Hello again, Ranger fans. This is Jamie. We're here to talk about Rangers to Islanders tonight. Big win for the boys in blue. Artemi Panarin's line really dominated. Let's talk about it. Let's go. All right, Ranger fans, welcome back. This is Jamie. So great game tonight. Anytime the Rangers play the Islanders, I always expect the worst. But tonight was a much different story. So, you know, overall, I thought the Rangers played pretty well. They really took it to the Islanders in the first period. Alexander Georgiev gets a start. I thought this was a good move. Give Chesty to start on Saturday against Boston in a prime time. I mean, a national broadcast, not a prime time broadcast, but a Saturday afternoon game. So let Chesty play that game. Um, Really, the first period is Artemi Panarin's line. He was something else in that first period. He was everywhere, making plays, making passes, creating space for himself. And Andrew Kopp was the benefactor of all those great passes. Um, so let's just go over the goals real quick. The first goal, you know, um, Panarin came in and really the guy who did a lot and got an assist on the play was Truba because he drove the net and he created a lane for Kopp. So Kopp had a ton of room, ton of time, and it was also given the space from the pass, and he was able to put that one home to make that 1-0 Rangers. And just a couple minutes later, so a similar play, sort of. The Rangers were in the zone, and it looked like Panarin hit uh, Kopp, but Kopp was at such a tough angle. There was nothing that could be done, and then Kopp tried to return the pass to him, and it got knocked around in front, and then Fox gave it to the bread man, who really was just doing all these head fakes, and I saw the lane, and Artemi saw the lane, and he moved it over, and boom, 2-0, and you're like, gee whiz, this is something else. And Andrew Kopp has just been a delight for the Rangers. I actually had a long talk with, and this is going to be on the channel tomorrow probably, with Stat Boy Steven yesterday. We talked for an hour about sort of everything Rangers, where we sat down and we talked about what's going on, what's going to happen over the summer a little bit, some prospect talk, all that. But um, we talked about Andrew Kopp possibly being a replacement for Ryan Strome. So, um, boy, the more I think about it, the more I think that might be a possibility. Of course, we we have time for all that, and money will talk on that situation as well. But um, and then the third goal for the natural hat trick was just another play by Panarin, who's really, when he's away from the puck, he's really good. Even though he's a smaller player, he really has this great ability to uh, steal the puck from other players. And once that puck is loose, it seems like he always wins the stick battle. And that's what happened. And he comes over, makes a little play to, I believe it was Kopp. And then Kopp fed it to Strome. And then Kopp did what you're supposed to do. He went to the net, and Strome gave him a little sauce pass, and bingo, back in the net, 3-0. And you're like, holy cow. And it turns out that's the first natural hat trick by a Ranger since 1948. Something ridiculous like that. I mean, good lord. But so it's at end of the first, and the Rangers didn't have a lot of shots. They didn't need a lot of shots. 3-0, and we head to the second. And it was funny. I was thinking about this right when the period started. I said, I wonder how long the Rangers can go with the shutout streak. And before you know it, boom, it was over. And Brock Nelson ended that real quick. And there wasn't a whole lot Georgie could do on that one. So it's 3-1. And then, you're thinking, the Rangers going to turtle here or whatever. And, Georgie did make a big save shortly after that. I believe it was on Mayfield. And it was a left pad save, if I remember correctly. And that was a big save because it was still 3-1. And, the Rangers sort of got their game going back again. And, yeah, the action was kind of back and forth. There was nothing really, the Rangers I felt like the Rangers had gained control of the game back. They weren't playing on their heels. And then they got a power play, and they only had one power play all game. And that power play guy again, Chris Kreider, 51st goal, man, oh man. So, again, I've been talking about Adam Fox shooting a little bit more, and he shoots it. We get a little, and the thing is, when he shoots it, it doesn't need to be a big booming slap shot. That's not his game. Wrist shots from the point are, in my mind, better because they can be deflected. And for goalies are gearing up for a hard shot. So when it comes in a little softer, like a changeup in baseball, the rebounds are harder to control. And Kreider had a juicy one, and he did his job and put it back home. So goal number 51, third all time, all by himself. Good for him. And Fox and Zibanejad with the assist there. And then just maybe a minute later or two later, 4-on-4 situation, and Strome comes in, and it's funny when he kind of walked in, I thought, I feel like he's going to score here, and lo and behold, he scored, and it was a nice goal for Strome, hit the net, and I was mildly surprised that he hit the net, but that's his 20th goal, and that's a career high for Ryan Strome. So good for him. Lots of career highs for the Rangers this year. You got Panarin with 96 points now. He's got a strong chance of getting 100. Let's see. Mika, career high in points. Kreider, career high in points and goals. Strome, career high in goals. Adam Fox, career high in points, 72 now. So just, Shesterkin too. I mean, just what a year the Rangers have had. I mean, if you're a hockey fan, I'm speaking mostly as a Ranger fan, but it's been a great season. Lots of things to like about this season. So, 5-1 after 2, and then the Islanders get an early power play, and this was just before a controversial call. I thought the puck might have crossed the goal line, but it looked like Georgie was pushed in. I also thought that whoever was in front may have touched the puck with his glove, but the referees deemed it that the play was whistled dead or something like that. But it didn't matter because on the ensuing faceoff, the Islanders scored about 10 seconds after that, so that made the game 5-2. Brock Nelson, who has just had an amazing year for a team that struggled so mightily all year. Nelson's got 36 goals, and that's just I'm not surprised that he has that many goals, but it's like no one else has done anything else in that team. Like Barzal. I mean, Barzal scores points and all, but I expected a little more out of Matthew Barzal. As if you're an Islander fan, I'm trying to remember how many points he has, but I just feel like he should be a point per game player, but not the case this year. And the Islanders have had their own set of issues with the with the long road trip to start the season, the COVID situation, all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes with their alumni and players passing away. It has had to be a tough year on Long Island. They actually have guys out now because of COVID, which is just, it's mind-boggling that they've had this many issues. But 5-2, and then again, very much a let's get out of here kind of third period. The Rangers got a 3-on-1, and there was a tremendous passing play between Lafreniere, Goudreau, and Reeves, which ended up being a goal for Ryan Reeves. His fourth of the year. Nice little pass by both Goudreau and Lafreniere. And that made it 6-2. And then shortly after, I think it was 39 seconds later, I think it was it Bailey who got the last goal anyway. 6-3. So overall, I mean, a great win for the Rangers. They have one more road game. That will be against Boston on Saturday afternoon. I think that Shesty will be starting. Carolina did win, so the Rangers are tied for first. Carolina has a tiebreaker at this moment, and the Rangers play them on Tuesday. That should be a big game. Pittsburgh won tonight. They're in third. Rangers have clinched no worse than second place. So no matter what, they will have home ice in the first round. Toronto is getting housed tonight by Tampa Bay. I said Carolina won. I'm trying to think. Washington lost in an overtime last night, so they're currently 2 points behind third place Pittsburgh. They do have a game in hand, and the Rangers actually play the Caps last game of the year. That may have seeding implications. So we look forward to that. The Caps, you know, boy, I shouldn't. I'm not going to worry about anything right now. I'm just going to enjoy this win for tonight. And again, the Rangers have a game coming up on Saturday afternoon against the Boston Bruins, an original six matchup. And let me just plug this show. Like and subscribe, guys. Ask me any questions. Would love to have a little bit more interaction. We're trying to build the show up a little bit. Like I said, I have at least an hour and 10-minute interview with Stat Boy Steven coming up on the channel tomorrow. That I'm looking forward to putting that out. We spoke yesterday. We had a great time. We talked just a lot about the Rangers and where things are currently. Almost the state of the Rangers, and we talked about the salary cap for next year and some possible player moves. We talked about prospects. We talked about what's going to happen the rest of the year and the playoffs. So let me know what you think, guys. Like I said, like and subscribe. You can follow me at Jamie_hockey. Hopefully, we get a Ranger win on Saturday. So we will see you all on Saturday. Hope everybody has a great, safe night.